Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्ण वाञ्छ कल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय शीला प्रभुपाद की जय assembled devotees की जय हरे कृष्णा everyone please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devi Dasi from College Station Texas welcoming all of you to mid morning conference call. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I am so happy to welcome all of you on this day. May I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna Neetu Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining every single day, giving your association. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna, is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna
Mataji. Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Cincinnati.
Hare Krishna, Yeshumati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining every single day, early morning, mid morning and chanting so beautifully. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandar pranams to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to the assembled Vaishnavas on the call. This is Vasundhara Devi Dasi from Bangalore, India. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vasundhara Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call. I was thinking, who is this Priya Mataji who joined newly today to our call?
No, Mataji, I'm using my other sister's phone because she's using my phone.
No worries, Mataji.
Sorry for the
Just
confusion,
wondering who was
Mataji. I
this
didn't
Priya
want to
Mataji.
change the name because she'll be using back this phone, so I didn't want
That's
to
okay,
cause
Mataji.
inconvenience to her. Sorry.
That's
Hare
okay.
Krishna.
That's okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vanita Gandharva Mataji. This is Kiran Goyal from Baltimore. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and all the assembled devotees. Dandvat pranams to everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kiran Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining every single day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Mataji. Dandot pranams to you and all in this call. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sumi from India.
Hare Krishna, Sumi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association every single day. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Mataji, and all devotees. And this is Dr. Karpagalli from India, Tamil Nadu.
Hare Krishna, Dr. Kalpagavalli Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and sincerely writing the notes when the class is going on. We can see you on the camera. You're writing nicely notes. Many things to learn from you, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat pranams to you and all the Vaishnavas. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Uma from Portland. And Kirtida Mataji, you chanted very nicely and very soothing to my ears. Thank you so much for the beautiful chanting.
Hare Krishna, Uma Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day. And thank you for your service for the summaries, Mataji. Very, very grateful to you for the, continuous service. It's a hard thing, but you are really doing so much, Mataji, for Bhakti Sangha. Very grateful to you. And Kirtida Mataji's recital was really very good. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? We are on time. It's 10 o'clock. I'll start here recording if
Hare
no one.
Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
Hare
Good,
Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. This is Nayada Ramya from Sharjah, UAE. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances. So I thought it is started and I was like moving on front and back whether I have to speak or not. Sorry.
Okay, no worries, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and all glories to your wonderful services to the group. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda's mother, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call. We'll start the recording here. Ribol. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have Her Grace Kirtida Mataji to enlighten us on the topic of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata Madhya Khanda, chapter 8, 9 to 129 verses. So many verses Mataji is going to cover today. We'll be eagerly waiting to hear from her. Before that, I would like to read today's Srila Prabhupada's quote. It's today's 14th February. We are trapped souls in a state of forgetfulness of Krishna, and Krishna is giving you the chance now to re-establish your relationship with him by this chanting process. So take full advantage of it and be happy. Letter to Prahalad Ananda, February 14th, 1969. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Hare Krishna, Kirtida Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your valuable time and association today and enlightening us on the topic of Sri Caitanya Bhagavat. I now hand over the call to you, Mataji. I don't know if it was today or yesterday for us. I was thinking it was yesterday, all the auspicious, so many festivals. For India, it is today, I think. Vasanta Panchami, Saraswati Puja, and appearance of Pundarika. So many. For India, if it is, Mataji, I'm so happy that you are speaking today. And for us also, I'm more happy, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much for your warm welcome. Mataji, you said it's from 9 to 129 or it's 92 from 129?
Oh, 92. Okay, sorry, I wrote in the YouTube also wrong, I think, Mataji. I'll correct it, Mataji. I'm so sorry. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you for your very warm welcome. Still, there are more than 35 verses. So today will be simple reading. We'll be just going through the flow of Chaitanya Bhagavata. Thank you everyone for joining us. Without further delay, we can start with our invocation prayers to seek auspiciousness from all our previous acharyas and of course our divine couple. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishnu Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhayeva cha patitanam bhavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Guruve Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Anandalila Maya Vigrahaya Hema Bhadivya Chavisundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Ajanulambita bhajau kanakavadhato sankirtane kapitaro kamalaya Vishvambharo dvijavaro yugadharma palo Vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro Jayati Jayati Deva Krishna Chaitanya Chandro Jayati Jayati Kirti Stasya Nitya Pavitra Jayati Jayati Bhrityastasya Vishveshvamurtir Jayati Jayati Nityam Tasya Sarva Priyanam Mukham Karoti Vachalum Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripahatam Ham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you once again for your very, very kind association and your interest in studying scrutinizingly this entire literature of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata written by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. It's a very wonderful composition by Vrindavan Das Thakur. And right now we are in the Madhya Khanda, chapter 8, where the chapter and title is The Manifestation of Mahaprabhu's Opulences. So in this khanda only, in future chapter, we will see the beautiful Mahaprakash Leela that went for 21 hours in the house of Srivas Thakur and how Mahaprabhu displayed his Bhagavan Bhav. So already Mahaprabhu has started displaying, but that official Mahaprakash Leela that will happen in Srivas Thakur is yet to come. So up till now we saw that how Mahaprabhu was simply enjoying and started propagating this holy name and doing Sankirtan throughout day with all his intimate associates. Then we saw that how Mother Saci saw Mahaprabhu and Nityananda in her dream, and Mahaprabhu told her not to reveal, let it be confidential. And then we saw that after that, Mahaprabhu started visiting the house of various devotees and he started exhibiting some portion of his Bhagavan form. That is, sometimes he will reveal his four-armed form, sometimes he will reveal his six-armed forms. And in this way, sometimes he'll go to Murari Gupta's house, sometimes he will go to Gangadas Pandit's house. So in this way, to various houses, he will go and he will always be immersed in Harinam Sankirtan. And of course, our dear Nitai, our Nityananda Ram will always accompany Mahaprabhu wherever Mahaprabhu goes. So this way, Mahaprabhu started revealing his Bhagavan form and started drowning the inhabitants of Navadvip in the pool of ecstasy. Just like in Damodarashtakam, Satya Ratmuni writes about Krishna. He writes, Iti drik swalila virananda kunde swaghosham nimajjanta makhyapayantam tadaye shitajneshu bhaktir jitatvam puna prema tastam satavriti vande. So just like Krishna, he's drowning everybody in the pool of ecstasy in Gokul. Similarly, these wonderful pastimes that Mahaprabhu is depicting in Navadvip is drowning everybody in Ananda Kunde, in the pool of ecstasy, in the pool of bliss. And who is getting benefit? Swaghosham nimajjantam, his own family members, the entire residents, his intimate associates, everybody was drowning in this pool of ecstasy, in this pool of bliss. And then what Mahaprabhu is teaching, just like Krishna is teaching, Tadayye shitajneshu bhaktir jitatvam, that yes, you can know my opulence, you can know my majesty. Just like this chapter is also entitled, The Manifestation of Mahaprabhu's Opulences. One can know about the Aishwarya Gyan of the Supreme Lord, but what is more important is to know his sweetness. So therefore he's saying, Swaghosham nimajjantam akhyapayantam tadiyeshi tajneshu bhaktirjitatvam. That yes, one can know the majesty, one can know about the Aishwarya of the Supreme Lord, but still how he is conquered? Bhaktirjitatvam. He can be only conquered by the loving devotees who are devoid of that Aishwarya Gyan, who are just immersed in the Madhurya Gyan, in the sweetness of Mahaprabhu's Leela. So therefore, this way, Mahaprabhu was immersing everybody in Navadvip in this pool of ecstasy. Some days he will accept the mood of Uddhava. Someday he will accept the mood of Akrura. Sometimes he will go in the mood of Balaram. So this way he will start depicting his various pastimes. So we are right now in text 92. So I'll share my screen so we can just see, and today we'll be simply reading. Let's see how it goes by Krishna's will. Yeah, so this was 91, 90. Yes, sometimes he would go in the mood of four-headed Brahma. Sometimes he would offer prayers in the mood of Prahlad. And in this way, the Lord constantly floated in the ocean of devotional service. So he himself also floated, and he also drowns everyone in the pool of ecstasy. So now from text 92. देखिया आनंदे भाषे सची जगन माता बाहिराया पुत्र पचे इमना कथा. So देखिया आनंदे, our dear Saci Mata was seeing that Mahaprabhu was floating in the pool of ecstasy, and he was drowning everybody in the pool of bliss by depicting his various wonderful pastimes. So Bahiraya Putra Pache, though she was very, very happy upon seeing those pastimes, but she was always having this fear. Fear of what? That my putra will also leave, this Nimai will also leave, following in the footsteps of Vishwarup, his elder brother. ए mana katha, ye man mein katha chal rahi thi. This was the dvand that was going on in the heart of Mother Saci. Only a mother can understand the separation of a son, right? So this was the katha, this was the dilemma, this was the dvand, the duality that was going in the heart of Mother Saci, that she was in fear, she was in anxiety that my son Nimai will also leave one day, because she was seeing that how he is depicting all his wonderful pastimes, and he is no more attached to the materialistic life, to his family life, but he is so much absorbed in devotional service. So this was the fear that was going on in the heart of Mother Saci. Ai bale bapa giya kara ganga snana, Prabhu bale bala mata jaya Krishna Ram. Ai bale. So Mother Saci told, oh my dear son, please go and take Ganga Snan, go and take bath in the river Ganga. But Prabhu bole, oh Mata, you don't have to say anything, just chant the name of Krishna, just chant the name of Rama. So, Bala Mata Jaya Krishna Rama. Please chant the names of Krishna and Rama. Yata kichu kahe Saci putrera uttara, Krishna bhai kichu nahi bole Vishwambhara. Regardless, kichu, yata kichu kahe, kuch bhi kahe Saci Mata, whatever she may say, regardless of whatever Saci Mata will tell to her son, Krishna bhai kichu nahi bale Vishwambhar. Vishwambhar will not utter anything except saying Krishna, Rama. So he will always just say Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Always 24/7, this word Krishna will come out from his mouth. Therefore, in our Srimad Bhagavatam, do anyone know what is the praman that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking the avatar in Kali Yuga? Anyone wants to say that verse? Yes, Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishna. Very nice. So why it is said Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishna? One of the reason is this, because he will, Krishna Varnam. Varnam can be color. Okay. So he is, or caliber, not color. Varna means the caliber. So he is Krishna's caliber, but he is a Krishna. His Twisha, his color of the body is a Krishna, is not black. But there is another meaning of Varna. Varna means to repeat or to repeatedly say the word Krishna, like we say in the Varnamala, right? So Varnam. So because he was always chanting Krishna, 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 therefore he is known as Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishna. So regardless of whatever Mother Saci said to her son, Vishambhar would not reply anything other than just saying Krishna, 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 Krishna. Achintya avesha se bhujanana yakan jakhane na yakhane ehaya se apura dekhaya. And achintya avesha, with those pastimes, those manifestations were achintya. Nobody can conceive. Lord's pastimes are always achintya, because they cannot be perceived with our material senses, with our material eyes. So therefore, they were all inconceivable mood of the Lord. And Yakhananaya se purva dekhaya, whatever mood he assumed, he appeared most enchanting. Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur writes that whatever mood the Lord manifested, or whether the mood was of Akrura, whether the mood was of Balaram, whether the mood was of Uddhava, whether the mood was of Brahma or Prahlad, it was always wonderful. Nobody has never ever seen that before. These moods were actually situated in the realm beyond material thought. Therefore, our Krishna, our Mahaprabhu, they are known as Adhokshaja, because they don't fall in this category of material existence. Whatever they do is on the spiritual realm, and therefore it is incomprehensible for the ordinary people to conceive, to understand those pastimes. And then a beautiful substantiating this point that these pastimes are incomprehensible to ordinary people, Vrindavan Das Thakur is narrating this wonderful pastime. Ekadina ashi eka shivera gayana damburu bajaye gaya shivera kathana. Ekadin, one day, who came? The singer, Shivera Gayana, a person who sings the glories of Lord Shiva, he arrived. And what he was doing? Damburu Bajaya. He was playing a small damburu. And what he was doing? Gai Shivara Kathana. And he was singing the glories of Lord Shiva. So that singer, he came and he was a bhakta. He was a devotee of Lord Shiva. Aila karite bhiksha prabhura mandire gaye shivera gita vidi nritta kare. And he came to the Lord's doorstep for begging some alms. And then what he was doing, he began to dance in a circle while singing a song about Lord Shiva. So he was singing Shiva's Gita. He was singing the glories of Lord Shiva. And he came at the doorstep of Mahaprabhu to ask some bhiksha, to beg some alms. Shankarera guna suni Prabhu Vishwambhara Haila Shankara Murti Divya Jatadhara. So as soon as Vishwambhara heard the glories, the good qualities of Lord Shankar, he immediately, Haila Shankara Murti, he immediately took the form of Shankar and he matted his locks of hair like how Lord Shiva does. So he immediately took the form of Lord Shankar. Ekalampe uthe tara kandhera upara Omkara karya bale muni se Shankara. The Lord jumped. He immediately jumped on the shoulders of that singer and he started shouting loudly that I am that Shankar whose glories you are singing. So he immediately jumped on the shoulders of that singer who was singing the glories of Lord Shiva. And as soon as Lord sat on his shoulders, he immediately shouted, I am that Shankar whose glories you are singing. Keha dekha jata shinga damura bajaya, bola bola Mahaprabhu balaya sadaya. Some people saw Mahaprabhu with matted locks of hair and playing a horn and a dambru drum. And as he continually exclaimed, sing, 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 keep on singing, don't stop singing about the glories of Lord Shiva. Keep on singing. Sei Mahaprabhu jata Shiva Gita gaila, Paripurna phala tara ekatra paila. Whatever glorification of Shiva that great personality ever sang now bore its full fruits, because Mahaprabhu, in the form of Lord Shiva, appeared in front of him. So the glorification that that singer was singing actually bore fruits now, because he saw Lord Shiva right in front of him, face to face, because Mahaprabhu depicted the form of Lord Shiva. Now, why Mahaprabhu sat on his shoulders, Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying, Seita gaila gita nera aparadhe, Gaura Chandra arona kaila tare kandhe. Because that singer was singing without any offense. Okay, Gaura Chandra climbed on his shoulders. Now, this is very, very important. We should not sing anybody's glories with offense. So everything should be without offense. And because that singer was also singing the glories of Lord Shiva without any offense, Gaurachandra climbed on his shoulders. Means Gaurachandra, in the form of Lord Shiva, blessed him. He gave his blessings. He climbed on his shoulders of that singer because he was singing without offense. Now, what the offense one could commit while singing the glories of Lord Shiva? The offense that one can commit is to equate the potency of Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu, right? That's the second offense we say. What is the second offense that we chant? Anybody wants to say? To consider?
Names of
Consider the
Lord
names
Vishnu,
of
the names of
demigods,
Lord Lord Brahma to be equal
Lord
to or
Shiva,
independent of the name of Lord
equal to
Vishnu.
him.
Yes, to consider the names of Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva to be equal or to be independent to the name of Lord Vishnu. This is the greatest offense. If somebody says that Lord Shiva is independent or it's equal, okay? So that is what the offense one can commit while chanting the names of Lord Shiva. So we have to be very careful. We devotees are actually the ones who commit the most offenses against these demigods. Because in the pretext of knowing that we know something higher or somebody higher, always Prabhupada gives the example that if you know the president, there is no need to go to cabinet ministers. You can directly approach to the president. But that doesn't mean that if cabinet minister happen to cross your way, you just ignore, okay? Or you just say some ill words to them. Because they have some power in their hand, we should respect them also. It's good that we know the president, but that doesn't mean that we show disrespect towards all these cabinet ministers. Similarly, all these demigods, they have some powers, okay? They are being appointed by Lord Krishna himself. So how can somebody appointed by Lord Krishna can be disrespected by a minute jiva? No, we cannot. We don't have that adhikar. But if we do, then we should be ready for the consequences. So therefore, because this singer was singing without any offense, actually it bore fruits, full fruits. So therefore, even if we sing the glories of Lord Shiva, even if we observe Mahashivratri, the mood should be that I should get Krishna Prem. And these demigods can give Krishna prem. They have that power, they have that adhikar. They can give Krishna prem. So therefore, when we approach, whether we approach to Vaishnavi, whether we approach to Mother Durga or Mother Kali or Lord Shiva, our only thing is that we want Krishna prem, and they can bestow this. They have that power. If not fully, at least they can align us to the path where we can get Krishna prem. So therefore, this singer also got, his fruits. He bore the full fruits of singing Lord Shiva glory, because Mahaprabhu, he sang. He sat on his, he sat on the shoulders of that singer. So now this pastime is very, very important, because this pastime was also shared by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I think so it's Adi Leela. Let me open. I don't remember the verses. It's again during the pastimes of Mahaprabhu during the youth time. This pastime came where Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes that how this person who was singing Mahaprabhu's glory, Lord Shiva's glories came, and Mahaprabhu was sitting on his shoulder. I somehow lost it, but let me see if I can find that verse. Yeah. So this is actually Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's chapter number 17, and this is text number 99. Aradina Shiva Bhakta Shiva Guna Gaya Prabhura Angane Nache Damaru Bhajaya. Actually, the Bengali of Chaitanya Charitamrita is much more sweeter. I'm not saying that Chaitanya Bhagavata is not sweet, but somehow it's my personal experience. My personal perspective, you can say that I always find CC Chaitanya Charitamrita to be more sweeter. So it says that Aradena Shiva Bhakta Shiva Gunangaya. One day, a great devotee of Lord Shiva came and he was chanting Lord Shiva's glories. And Prabhura Angare Nache Damaru Bajaya. And he was, he came in front of Mahaprabhu's Angan and he started playing Damaru. Mahesha Avesha Haila Sachiranandana Tara Skandhe Chadi Nritya Kari Bahu Krishna Bahushana. So Mahesha Avesha, he just adopt the mood of Lord Shiva. Haila Sachiranandana, our dear son of Mother Saci, he immediately took the mood of Mahesh, he immediately took the mood of Lord Shiva, and Tare Skandhe Chadi, and he immediately sat on the shoulder of that singer. And Ritta Kaila Bahushana. Shana means for a moment, but Bahushana means for a long time. He was sitting on the shoulder of that singer and Mahaprabhu was dancing. So this pastime was quoted by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in his Chaitanya Charitamrita, like Vrindavan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Bhagavata. Now this pastime is also quoted by Murari Gupta. So we all know that Murari Gupta also wrote that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Charitra Mahakavya. So there also he wrote this pastime. And then he also said that actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, once when he went to Bhubaneswar, and in that during his visit to South India, so when he was crossing that Bhubaneswar, he crossed one of the village, and that village was Ekamraka. Ekamraka village, he was crossing near Bhubaneswar, and there he saw a big temple of Lord Shiva. So as soon as Mahaprabhu saw that temple, somehow just by seeing the flag, he paid his obeisances, and he was very eager. बहुत आतुर हो गए थे. He was very eager that I should immediately go in the temple and should see Lord Shiva. So as soon as Mahaprabhu decided this, that his eagerness was there, he started walking towards the temple. But while walking, while he was continuing walking and while he was about to enter the temple, during that way, he was so much overwhelmed with ecstasy that now he wants to see Lord Shiva. And in that ecstasy, Mahaprabhu actually wrote the entire Shivashtakam. So that Shivashtakam was written by Mahaprabhu while he was going to the temple to have darshan of Lord Shiva. So this Shivashtakam was actually written by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, composed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we devotees should also, being the followers of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, should specially recite this Shivashtakam on the special days of Shivratri, on the Shivratri day. I think so it's coming in March this year. Sometimes it comes in February. I think so this time it's coming in March. So we should always, at least on that day, we can chant that Shivashtakam, which is written by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's the entire Shivashtakam, definitely, because we have so many verses. I will not go through the entire, but it starts with Namo Namaste Tri Dasheshvaraya Bhutadi Nathaya Mridaya Nityam Ganga Taro Gita Bala Chandra Chudaya Gauri Nainotsavaya. So he's paying his obeisances to Lord Shiva, who is the Ishvara of all the 10 directions. And he's Bhutanath, he is Bhutanathadi, Mridayam Nityam, and he always does Nritya. Ganga, and he always holds Ganga, and with his Bala Chandra, that Chandra is like a crescent moon, and he is a Chudamani, he is a crest jewel for the eyes of Lord Gauri. So this way he wrote the entire Shivashtakam in the mood that Shiva is always, the servant of, he is always the, subservient to Lord Vishnu, right? And there is a verse in Brahma Samhita also, right? Dadhi Vikara. What is that? It's Brahma Samhita, where it says, Shiram yatha dadi vikara vishesha yogat sanjayate nahi tatha prithagasti hetu yah shambhutam api tatha samupaiti karyat govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Just like the milk is there, but as soon as you add culture to that milk turns into yogurt. So that is the position of even Lord Shiva. So there is no difference between Krishna and Shiva. There is no difference between Mahaprabhu and Lord Shiva. But the only difference is that one is milk, another is yogurt. Why? Because the milk, when it is touched by the culture, it turns into yogurt. Similarly, the form of Vishnu, when it is touched by the material energy, it is known as Shambhu. And that is the position of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva is neither Lord Vishnu, but is also not a Jiva Tattva. He has his own Tattva separate. Just like when the milk is touched with the culture, it is turned into yogurt. Now, when the milk is turned into yogurt, you cannot get the milk back, right? But milk is the original source from where we get yogurt. Therefore, Lord Shiva's position is the same, that he is actually the transformation of the Lord's form. Transformation. It's not an incarnation, it's the transformation of the Lord's form. That is the position of Lord Shiva. So, therefore, when it is said that we see in this verse that, so Gaura Chandra climbed on his shoulders. Okay, it's not mentioned here, but actually Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhupada mentions that Mahaprabhu adopted the mood of Lord Shiva because he is Shiva himself. There is no difference between Mahaprabhu and Shiva. And this is the philosophy of Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. that Lord Shiva is non-different from Vishnu, but Lord Shiva is not Lord Vishnu. Okay, just like the milk is yogurt. The source of yogurt is milk, but yogurt cannot be considered as milk. So somebody cannot say that Mahaprabhu has adopted the mood of Lord Shiva. Therefore, worshipping Lord Shiva, I can attain the worship of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is the incorrect understanding. Okay. Yes, Mahaprabhu took the mood of Lord Shiva, but that doesn't mean that if I worship Lord Shiva, I will also be getting the worship of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is a mistake, and one should be very, very careful. Now, so we discussed that how Caitanya Bhagavata described this pastime, how Chaitanya Charitamrita described this pastime, how Murari Gupta diary on the Mahakavya that he wrote also described that how Mahaprabhu sometimes would go into the mood of Lord Shiva, and seeing the temple of Lord Shiva, he wrote the entire Shikshashtakam. Now, this pastime was also quoted by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote the entire pastimes, Gauranga Leela Smarana, it is known as. He wrote the entire pastimes of Mahaprabhu, so that when we read those verses, we can have the Smarana. We can have the Smarana of Gauranga Leela. So that entire Gauranga Leela Smarana Stotram was written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And in that he wrote, Aruya Prishtam Shiva Bhakta Bhikshu Sankirtaya Rudrasa Gunanuvadam Reme Maha Madanyaya Isha Stam Bhakta Bhaktim Pranami Gauram. Climbing on the back, Aruya, he was climbing on the back of a mendicant, of a bhikshuk who was a Shiva Bhakta. And in that great bliss, he glorified Lord Shiva's virtue. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Gaura, who is a devotee of his devotees, though he is a supreme personality of Godhead. But now Mahaprabhu came in the form of a Bhakta. So he is glorifying even Lord Shiva. So this is how we see that this pastime is so beautiful, that every Acharya has commented upon this pastime, so that we really know what is the mood of Lord Shiva and what is the mood of Mahaprabhu, and then who is Krishna. So to know this pastime have been discussed in detail by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, by Vrindavan Das Thakur, by Murari Gupta, by our Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So text 103. Bhaya pai na milena Prabhu Vishwambara apane dilena bhiksha jurila bhitara. But after some time, it says that after some time, Mahaprabhu, what he did, he got down from the shoulder of that singer because he came into his external consciousness. He got down and he placed some alms in the bag of that singer because the singer was a mendicant and he came to beg alms. Kritartha hayase purusha chalila haridhvani sarva gane mangala uthila. Everybody was satisfied seeing Mahaprabhu in this form. And therefore, they all started the dhvani of Hari Bol, chanted the names of Lord Hari. So there we ended this pastime, especially when Mahaprabhu met this mendicant who was a Shiva Bhakta. Jaya pai uthe Krishna bhaktira prakasha Ishvara sahita sarva dashera velasa. As the glories of the Lords were vibrated by the Haridhvani, devotional service to Krishna became manifest. And in this way, the Lord enjoyed pastimes with his servants. And see how we are seeing. Itidrik Swalila bhi Ananda Kunde. He is drowning everybody in that pool of ecstasy by depicting all these pastimes, because that Krishna Prem was manifesting in the heart of everybody. Then what Prabhu said, प्रभु बोले भाई सब सुना मंत्र सारा, रात्रि के निमित्त या आम सब कारा. Then the Lord said, O brothers, listen to the essence. Suna matrasar, mantrasar, listen to the essence of all the advice. What is that advice? Ratri kene mithyaya. Why we are wasting our nights by not chanting Krishna's name? Why we are uselessly wasting our nights? So what should we do? Aji haite, from today onwards, nirbandhita kara hasakala. Nishaya Kariba Sabe Kirtana Mangala. So from this day onwards, he said, Aaj Haite, from today, Nirabandita. Nirbandit means to take a very, very rigid resolution, a strong resolution one should take. Kara Sakala, everybody should take this resolution. What resolution? Nishaya Kariba, that at night also, Sabha Kirtana Mangala, we all will chant congregationally the holy names. So, Nirbandita means the firm resolution, or you can say a rigid, which cannot be broken. All of you firmly resolve that from today we will every night perform an auspicious festival of Kirtan. We will be absorbed every night without fail by chanting the 16 holy names consisting of 32 syllables, which is none other than Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, this is the message, this is the mantra sar that Mahaprabhu is telling everybody that we should all do it. So, daytime, yes, everybody was absorbed in chanting the holy name. But Mahaprabhu said that even in nighttime, we should not waste our time. In nighttime also, we should congregationally chant this holy name. This is the mood of a bhakta who is on the prema level, where our Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion also describes Shantir avyartha kalatvam viraktir mana shunyata asha bandha samat kunta nama gane sada ruchi. One should have this ruchi. One should have this taste in singing the glories of Lord Shri Krishna. Nam Gane Sada Ruchi. And avyartha kalatvam, without any second being wasted by the jiva, without any second to be wasted by not chanting Krishna's holy name. So, of course, it says that a person who is at least on the bhava level or a prema level should have this thing that they should always chant Krishna's name, like a tailavat. Tailavat means like when you drop an oil, you see the oil comes with a flow and there is no breakage. When you pour an oil from one container to another, you will see the flow of oil is thick and it is very consistent. So that tailavat one should chant this holy name. Means that internally, with our breathing, the name should go on and on. In this regard, I just remembered that during the last day of Srila Prabhupada, when my Guru Maharaj was serving Prabhupada, so Prabhupada has become very weak and feeble, and practically he stopped eating, drinking. Only the few drops of water was going in his mouth during his last days, during his Ante Leela. And at that time, Guru Maharaj was there. He was a personal servant of Prabhupada. And Prabhupada was lying down, and Guru Maharaj was thinking that Prabhupada is not chanting. Like just a vague thought came in his mind that Prabhupada is not chanting. So should I put on some chanting or should I chant? So just a thought came. But before he could even contemplate on his thought, Akinchana Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, who was there at that time with Prabhupada, he told Guru Maharaj to put few drops of water in the mouth of Srila Prabhupada. So as Guru Maharaj was putting few drops, he like to put few drops in the mouth of Srila Prabhupada has to open his mouth. So as soon as he opened his mouth and Guru Maharaj was pouring some water, Maharaj saw that Prabhupada's tongue was vibrating. So immediately, the thought that came in his mind was, it was solved, because he could understand that Prabhupada was continuously chanting. So even though the mouth is closed, but still our tongue can vibrate inside, and the tongue can chant the holy name. Now, this is not possible. It will not come in a day. Like in the 6th chapter we read, right? Abhyasena tu khanda, and we have to make it a practice. It should be a deliberate practice. It should be a conscious practice. Okay? Starting, it will be a conscious practice, but slowly and gradually, we will come to a point where the tongue will vibrate and we will have that ruchi, nam gane sada ruchi. The day will come. We should be very asha bandha. We should be very hopeful and samat kunta, and with great eagerness, with great enthusiasm, we should practice this. It's hard, especially I'm talking about myself. I have not even come to that point where I take my beads and chant and I consciously chant. But what I'm saying is that if we do it, and if we have that hope, if we have that asha bandha, if we have that hope, then the day will definitely come. So Mahaprabhu is also telling everybody that you should also make a firm resolution that at night time also try to chant the holy name, that we will make this a habit and we will perform an auspicious festival of Kirtan. And here starts Mahaprabhu's nocturnal Kirtan pastimes. So from up till now, we saw that Mahaprabhu was only chanting during the daytime. But from here, his nocturnal Kirtan starts, where Mahaprabhu engaged everybody in the night time also to chant the holy names. Sankirtana kariya sakala gana sane bhakti swarupini ganga karibe majane. So he's saying, now we will perform some Kirtan. And then we will merge Bhakti Swarupini Ganga. We will merge in the Ganga of that devotional service by chanting the holy names of Lord Shri Krishna. Jagat Uddhara Ho Shuni Krishna Nama Paramarthe Tomara Sabhara Dhana Prana. Let the entire world be delivered by hearing the names of Krishna. So definitely during the night time, when there is an absolute silence, everybody has gone to sleep. Naturally, the environment is very, very silent. So at that time, even if a small sound comes, it vibrates and it looks like a very high volume or high pitched sound. So Mahaprabhu is saying, Jagat Uddhara Huye, let the entire world be delivered when they hear the chanting of Krishna name. Paramarthe Tumara Sabha Dhana Prana. And let this holy name be the life and soul, be the entire wealth for all of you. Sarva Vaishnavara Haila Suniya Ullasa Arambhila Mahaprabhu Kirtana Vilasa. On hearing this sar, this essence that we have to chant in the night too, without wasting a moment, all the Vaishnavas, they became ecstatic. And from here, Arambhila Mahaprabhu Kirtana Vilas. And thus Mahaprabhu began his nocturnal Kirtan pastimes. And to which home? Shrivasa Mandira Prati Nishaya Kirtana Kona Dina Haya Chandra Shekhara Bhavana. Normally, these nocturnal Kirtan pastimes will happen at the house of Shrivas Pandit. But sometimes, some nights, we will also perform these nocturnal pastimes in Chandrasekhar's home. And who all will be there? Nityananda, Gadadhar, Advaita, Shrivas, Vidyanadi, Murari, Gangadas, Vanmali, Vijaya, Jagananda, Buddhimanta Khan, Narayana, Kashishwara, Vasudeva. Garuda, Govinda, Govindandana, Gopinath, Jagdish, Shriman, Sridhar, Sadashiv, Vakreshwar, Sri Garbha, Shuklambra Brahmachari, Brahmananda Pandit, Purushottam Sanjaya, and all the other intimate eternal servants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be present in those kirtans. So it will be a closed group kind of thing where only the intimate personal associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be allowed. They all participated in the Lord's dancing. Sabhai Prabhuran Vitte Thakine Samati Parishad Bai Ara Keha Nahi Thati. No other than the Lord's associates were present. So no outsider was allowed in that nocturnal kirtans. Only the associates, only the parshads of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were allowed. Prabhu Rahunkara Ara Nisha Hari Dhwani Brahmananda Bhedaye Namata Suni. Mahaprabhu, the way he was chanting, that tumultuous sound will even pierce will shatter the covering of the universe. That loud, he will sing. And he will be chanting the name of Hari Hari the entire night. And hearing this, Mahaprabhu's idea was that everybody's uddhar will happen. Everybody will be liberated. That in the night time also they'll be hearing Krishna's name. But opposite happened because they were pashandis. Shuniya pashandi sabha maraya balgiya nishaya egula kaya madira aniya. Opposite happened, that by hearing this sound of kirtan, then everybody, Balagiya means they will jump with rage. Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur writes, they will jump in anger and they will say, Nishaya e gula, Nayat raat ko bhi chain nahi hai. Night time, this entire crowd will come and sing as if they have drink wine in the night. So, even the Pashandis, they were thinking that these fellow people, they have drink wine in night and therefore they have no control over their senses. So they have gone out of control. They have got hangovers and therefore they are singing so loudly and they are disturbing our sleep. So what Mahaprabhu thought, that by hearing Krishna's name, they will be delivered. But by hearing those names, these Pashandis, because they were not ripened till now, they were unripe fruits. So what they did is that they were jumping in anger and they were thinking that this kirtan is actually a noise for them. Okay. For some, this kirtan is very pleasing, but for some, this kirtan becomes a noise. And that's what happened with all these Pashandis. E gula sakale madhumati siddhi jane ratri kari mantra japi pancha kanya ane. And what was their thought process? See how degraded they were. They thought that these people, means the Parshads of Mahaprabhu, they know some mystic perfection of Madhumati. And therefore they are chanting mantras at night to call these 5 virgins. Now, Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur is actually telling what is Madhumati. What is this Madhumati perfection? So he's saying that there are Panchamakar. What are those Panchamakar? Is Mamsa, which is meat, Madhya, that is wine, Matsya, that is fish, Mahila, that is woman, and Maithuna, that is sex. So through this Madhumati, this Saraswati Thakur is writing a great purport. I'll try to read the entire purport. The devotees achieve the perfection known as Madhumati. And by the influence of mantras, they call these kinds of 5 unmarried girls and have illicit affairs with them. So that was the thought process of all the atheists, all the Pashandis. They were thinking that somehow these people have attained mystic perfection of Madhumati, and that's why they are shouting, and that's why they are making so much of noise that they want to call all these 5 women and so that they can enjoy. they can enjoy sex. So this is actually a tantric vidya. Okay, this is a tantric vidya that is being explained. So I searched little bit of it, and I got that this Madhumati Yogini mantra is actually prescribed in the Shastras. It is not something beyond. It is in the Tantra Shastra, it is there. And it has been specially achievable in Kali Yuga. Because in Kali Yuga, the enjoyment aspect is more, is high. So therefore, this is a vidya. This is a kind of vidya. And it originated in Treta Yuga, and it was imparted to the 11 disciples of Dattatreya, when this Kali Yuga was starting. So as per this tantra, that if some sadhaka achieves perfection in this tantra vidya, then what happened? This Madhumati Yogini will appear in the front of that person, a sadhaka who has achieved perfection in this mystic yoga. And she will give all kind of opulences, like she will give all kind of magical gems, and that sadhaka can be transported anywhere in the 14 planetary system. Like not all the 14, but it is said up to Swargalok and Patal. In between, they can be transported by this Kanya, by this Madhumati Yogini. And she will provide all types of women. Like if somebody wants to have sex, illicit sex with Deva Kanya, with Naga Kanya, with Danav Kanya, with Yaksha Kanya, or with Gandharva Kanya, this lady, this Madhumati Yogini, will bring all these, like they mentioned, like the 5 virgin girls, just to have some physical pleasure. So basically, this mystic power is there just to fulfill one's enjoyment aspect, is to fulfill one's desire to enjoy with the opposite sex. And here, even this Pashandis were thinking that all these people are singing in the night time because they have got some kind of mystic perfection of this Madhumati Yogini Tantra, and therefore they are calling upon those 5 virgin ladies so that they can have sex with them. People who were envious of devotional service did not hesitate to attribute such abominable activities on the devotees who are engaged in unmotivated kirtan. So this was the level of Matsaranam people, those people who are very envious to devotional service. See, this devotional service, this Srimad Bhagavatam can only be understood, relished, digested only by those who are Nirmatsaranam Satam. That is being established in the second Mangalacharan verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, that we have to be Nirmatsaranam Satam in order to understand our Sambandha Gyan, in order to understand the Abhidaya, and in order to understand the Prayojana. Means to understand who is Krishna, what is our position, what are the activities, what is devotional service, or even to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. It can only be understood by Nirmatsaranam Satam. But those who are having the Matsara tendency, those who are having this tendency of being envious of others, well, they can go to any extent to attribute any kind of abominable activities on the devotees who are sincerely engaged in that unmotivated kirtan. So the mindset of the devotees is to perform kirtan. But those pashandis, those envious people who don't understand can go to any extent to blaspheme these devotees. Like we saw the example of Gopal Chapala. What he did, Srivas Thakur was nicely, there was nocturnal kirtans going on in the house of Srivas Thakur. But just to take revenge, he put all those blood, flesh, wine, beer in the angan, in the courtyard of Srivas Thakur, just to blaspheme him that this is what he is doing. So the atheist or those who are envious can go to any extent to blaspheme the devotees. Madhumati Siddhi is achieved by invoking a particular heavenly damsel named Madhumati Yogini, and it is described in Kalasha Dripika that Madhumati is a particularly heavenly damsel. A sadhaka can control her through mantras, and by achieving perfection in this art, hundreds of heavenly girls can come under one's control. And sadhaka, if he wants, he can go either to heaven, patal, or anywhere on earth, and those girls will immediately take him there, and there is no doubt about this. So yes, this is a bona fide tantra practice, but of course, we devotees are very, very far away. We don't even value liberation, what to talk about these tantric vidyas. Anyway, moving forward. Chari prahara nishindra yate napai bola bola hunkara shuniye sadai balgiya maraya yata Pashendira Gana Ananda Kirtana Kare Shri Saci Nandana. So Saci Nandana was blissfully engaged in Kirtan. But all these people, they were raged in anger. They were so furious in angers because they were Pashandinis, they were atheists. And Chari Prahar, they were 12 hours. Char Prahar, pura din mein, like the whole day has 8 Prahars, right? One Prahar is of 3 hours. So 8 threes are 24. 24 hours are there. Out of these 12 Prahars, 12 hours, that is 4 Prahar, they will perform this Kirtan. So these Pashandri saying that 12 hours have passed and we could not sleep. So that means for 12 hours non-stop, Mahaprabhu was performing the Kirtan. And they were hearing bola bola hunkara. They could only hear the loud sound of bol bol. What Mahaprabhu be chanting is Hari bol, Hari bol. But because they were so pashandi, they were so atheist that their ears were even blocked by hearing the word Hari. So what they could hear is just bol, 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 bol. And this way, it was a disturbance for them. Since their sleep was disturbed, they became annoyed. Shunila kirtana matra prabhura sharire bhaya nahi thake pade prithvi upare. As soon as the Lord heard the sound of kirtan, he lost his external consciousness and he fell on the ground. So this was the situation of Pashandri, where they were so much in anger, raged in anger, because they were not able to sleep, because they were not able to hear the name of Lord Hari. Whereas all the Parshads of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were simply drowned in that ocean of bliss. And they were relishing this kirtan. And even Mahaprabhu, when this loud chanting would enter his ears, he would also go into ecstasy and he would faint and he will fell on the ground. And then what will happen with Mahaprabhu fell on the ground? Hena se achada Prabhu pade nirantara prithvi haya khanda khanda sabhe payadara. The Lord repeatedly fell on the ground and with such a force that prithvi haya khanda khanda, the earth broke into pieces and everybody got frightened. Why frightened? Because Mahaprabhu might get hurt. Se komala sharira achada bada dekhi govinda smaraya e mudi dui aanki. So when Mother Saci saw the very soft body of Lord Chaitanya falling forcefully on the ground, then see the heart of the mother. Naturally, she will close her eyes and then she'll remember, Govinda, Govinda, please protect my son. So she'll call upon Govinda because she couldn't see Mahaprabhu falling on that ground and that ground was also breaking into pieces. So what fear she has? The fear that she has being a mother is that my son will get a lot of pain. Though he is falling in ecstasy, but the pain still will be there. So therefore, she will close her eyes and she will just repeatedly call the name of Govinda. Prabhu se achada khaya Vaishnava aveshe tatha piya e dukha paya sneha vashe. Although the Lord fell with great force due to being absorbed in the mood of a Vaishnava, Mother Saci felt so unhappy out of affection. So out of her motherly affection, out of her Vatsalya Bhav, Mother Saci could not tolerate Mahaprabhu falling on the ground with so much of great force. आछा देरा आई जाने जाने न प्रतिकारा ए बोला भले काकू करिया apara. And Mother Sachi did not know how to prevent this because she cannot control the ecstasy of Mahaprabhu. And when Mahaprabhu ecstatic, he has no control over himself where he don't faint and he don't fall down on the ground. So there was no way for Mother Sachi to prevent this. And therefore, she just pleaded. She just pleaded to Govinda. She called upon Govinda and asked only for 2 benedictions. What are those? Last 2 verses for today. Kripa kari Krishna mura deha eivara ei samaya chada khaye na vishambhara muni ena taha nahi jano se samaya he na kripa kara mura Krishna mahashaya. So she is pleading to Krishna. She is calling upon the name of Govinda. And she is saying, please, ek var mujhe de do. Give me this benediction. What benediction? That when Vishambhar falls forcefully on the ground, I may not know anything about it. She cannot prevent Mahaprabhu going into ecstasy. Mahaprabhu himself have no control once he goes into ecstasy, and he has no control in falling on the ground. So, and mother having that Vatsalya Bhav, having that affection, cannot have no control over herself where she can understand that Mahaprabhu is falling in ecstasy. So out of her motherly affection, she cannot take it. She cannot prevent it. So what benediction she is asking? That, okay, if this is going to happen, let it be. But I should not be aware of this. Means I should be out of this. I should not see Mahaprabhu going into ecstasy and falling on the ground like this. So this way, Mother Sachi, she was pleading. She was pleading that I should not see this. And this is what the thing is, that when, what do you say? When Mahaprabhu, he was going into, he went into ecstasy and he was falling on the ground. At that time, Shachi Mata, she cannot prevent. So therefore, constantly, repeatedly, she was praying to Govinda. And what she was praying, that first of all, that my son, my child, as soon as he falls on the ground, he should not feel any pain. The first benediction she asked for. This is also described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, if I'm not wrong, but I'm not 100% sure. But she exchanged, she said, oh Krishna, if ever in my previous life I have done something which has pleased you, then in exchange to all those credits, please give me this benediction, that when my child falls to the ground, he should not feel any pain. And then she said that because he should, and that, but I still cannot see him falling down. So give me this benediction that from here onwards, I don't see him going into ecstasy and falling down like this. So this way, our dear Sachi Mata was praying, and we will see tomorrow, today is Wednesday. So tomorrow we will see that this benediction that Mother Sachi asked for was granted by Gaurachandra. He awarded her appropriate spiritual happiness. And as long as the Lord was engaged in congregational chanting of Lord Hari name, Mother Sachi remained devoid of her external consciousness. So this was the benediction, but we will see tomorrow in detail. So thank you all so much. So we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai, Shri Caitanya Bhagavata ki jai, and all the assembled Vaishnavas ki jai.
Yeah, Preeti Mataji, go ahead, Mataji.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. What a wonderful class. I loved it. I don't know, I don't have any question, but I was really relishing these verses about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu climbing up on that Shiva devotee, and then people misunderstanding these people to be doing some tantra. Yeah, the whole thing was interesting too. It was like a movie watching, actually. I could see everything in front of me. So thank you so much, Mataji. And after the comments and all are over, just request devotees to stay back for a second for an announcement.
Yeah. I know what Mataji said at the end. It was not audible. So she's saying after everybody finished the question and answers, then she has some announcement to announce. Okay, that was not clear, Mataji, but I could understand. Krishna's mercy. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you got muted, Mataji.
She muted herself. She cannot control her laughter. She's gone into ecstasy.
Sorry, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Very, very beautiful class. I was thinking from the beginning of the class, every time Srila Prabhupada makes the quote and the class so related. Today it is like, he was saying in the quote that because in this material world we are completely observed and we are not able to remember Krishna. We are thinking, oh, I'm this body, let me enjoy. And he's saying that Harinam Sankirtan, Krishna's name, is the only way to get out of this material problem. I mean, thinking that I'm this body. So, and the whole class is talking about the glories of chanting, and especially you are telling not even waste even a single minute, even in the night time we are supposed to be chanting. How Srila Prabhupada, so nicely he connects the day for us with the quote and the class. You just observe in that. Okay, today the essence of the today's class is from Bhakti Sangha is just chant Hare Krishna all the time. Don't forget Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada said, and Kirtida Mataji said, so let me follow this today. It is really very nice, Mataji. Whole day, just observe that. And I was thinking, this Madhava Rock brand has a very nice song. There is a nighttime kirtan. It says slow music. It is almost like 2 hours, like 7 hours or something, like long time. It says sleep time. I remember sometimes if Vrunda is not there around me, I'm alone sleeping in the room, then I put this kirtan on and then I sleep. So that kirtan is going on. I can sleep peacefully, and the kirtan is going background in my brain also. I see most of the devotees have in their house Prabhupada's chanting Hare Krishna. They open. Even in my house it's there, but it's in the kitchen, so it's not upstairs. So I put this mobile phone on, and then I used to listen. Especially in pregnant time, I remember all the day. Throughout the day, it was like continuously kirtan going in the house. Those days, I don't know, it will not come again because children are there. It's they need to study, they need to do all those things. We can't continuously keep computer on or music
Still
on.
you can keep, Mataji. Make it a habit to keep the kirtan going on at the background. Maybe at a very low volume.
Yeah, that's what even my Prabhu is saying. After Bhakti Sangha classes, it became for me all the time Bhakti Sangha classes is going on. No time for that. Before, all the kirtan used to go in my house, Mataji. That's what he was telling. Please reduce the volume at least and put all the kirtan. I miss those days. He's telling to me. And again, I'm also hearing that instruction. So I need to make sure I put on one computer on like that kirtan going on. But what a beautiful class, Mataji. As Preeti Mataji said, we could see the pastime nicely in front of our eyes, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was mood of Shiva, and how he was like, climbing on to that devotee. And it's so beautiful, Mataji. Thank you so much. Very, very grateful to you, Mataji. I open the forum for the question and answers. Dear devotees, please unmute yourself and ask if you have any questions or realizations.
It was simply a reading, Mataji. I doubt if any.
No, Mataji class is really very beautiful. I have got chat messages also here on the chat box. Shashidhar Prabhu was saying this class is wonderful, and he gave it to me personally though. He was saying that this class is wonderful. It's supposed to be recorded. I said it's there in YouTube, Prabhu. You check it. It's all classes are recorded. He's there on the call. Yeah, he's silent. He's having meetings maybe. Parima Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I don't have any questions, but I just wanted to thank you for this class, and you have so much of bhakti that you grant us a vision where we can actually see the pastimes. Your classes are so wonderful that we can actually see the pastimes, and it is because of your potency. It's
That's
because
your
of your
sincerity.
potency
That's your
that we are able
sincerity.
to visualize those pastimes. So I'm thanking you from the bottom of my heart, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Instead of visualizing Madhumati Yogini, we are doing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's past.
So it depends upon the sincerity of a listener, Mataji. Somebody is visualizing Madhumati and
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for your services. Danvat Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
But Mataji, it makes us understand how bad this material world is, right? Even if you realize that, at least realize now how bad situation you are in. Get out of it. Get out of it. Even I can say to my brain, okay, you are going to bad path. Okay, hit 10 times, 100 times, and then say, no, don't choose this. Choose this. And
Therefore, the scripture
and it's a Valentine's Day. People are running behind everyone, and particular past I'm saying that don't do that, do this, do show your love to Krishna instead of showing on anybody else.
So that's why our scriptures tell us both do's and don'ts.
So true, Mataji, so true. Bhagavatam has all of these pastimes where it helps us understand how dangerous to follow the wrong path, especially Puranjan pastime, and all these pastimes will help us understand. Thank you, Mataji. I think nobody have any question, but the class is very, very beautiful, Mataji. It was not reading session. It was going into the pastime. As Parima Mataji said, it was like a window to the spiritual world. We could see the pastime in front of our eyes, Mataji. Really, thank you so much. It was not just a reading session. I could definitely say it was, very nice. It's like a picture in front of us. So, okay, if there are no more questions or realizations, I would like to offer my obeisances.
Mataji.
Sorry. Preeti Mataji, please go ahead. I forgot.
Yeah. So, Mataji, this is a request from Chennai. Our Sumi Mataji is also on the call. We request all the devotees and Bhakti Sangha, as many devotees as possible, to please offer prayers. There is a devotee who's pregnant, and I think she met with an accident, and her husband passed away. So, but the child in the womb is protected for now. The child is safe, but she has some bleeding in her brain. And these are all very sincere practicing devotees for many, many years. And Mataji just received the news and she wanted to pass it on to Bhakti Sangha devotees so that we can offer prayers, and hopefully tomorrow again we can make this announcement during our chanting session. So please pray for this Vaishnavas. They are a very nice family, and it has come up as a sudden shock. So the devotees all over the world are praying for them. Please continue to pray for them.
Mataji, can we chant today 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra for them?
Sure.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Koti Dandavat Pranam. Kirtida Sundari Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mataji.
And
by your mouth, when we hear the pastime of Caitanya Mahaprabhu, it's so good, so heart-touching, and we can visualize whatever. I agree with everyone. So it's very nice, Mataji.
Thank you.
Mataji, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you to devotees. Please pray. Apparently, this devotee has been engaged in deity worship services and teaching kids Bhagavad Gita. So, okay. I will just continue.
Yeah, definitely. We will continue to pray. And any spiritual credits from this class, I'll definitely pass on to these Vaishnavas for the well-being of all these Vaishnavas.
Thank
Very
you.
sorry to hear it. Very, very sorry to hear.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you everyone for joining the call, and please continue praying for the devotees. I would like to offer my obeisances to Kirtida Mataji and all the devotees assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhyevacha patidanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Her Grace Kirtida Sundari Mataji ki
माताजी की जय
ki jai. Jai
हरि बोल हरि बोल
Jai Narsingha Dev. We
दंडवत
all
प्रणाम
devotees
जय
closing the
नरसिंह
call
देव
for today.